Alright boys, the countdown for ReZero started. Netmarble has now started to tweet out actual teasers for this new collaboration coming. And of course, we can see right now it is ECHIDNA. So boys, let's just jump and break it down and also go through what I expect from this collaboration. Honestly boys, I'm quite excited. Let's just jump in.
Full counter!
Alright, so JP yesterday had started the actual countdown. They literally got the login bonus. A bit weird, they haven't actually shown a little teaser. Normally, last time we saw Puck on the loading screen, and it looks like they were trying to tease it throughout the actual teasers right now on the Twitter account. So, a little bit unfortunate we got leaked, because right now you can see on screen here, this was a really good meme by the way, we like that one. But as you can see right now, if we didn't know what it was, we didn't know it was ECHIDNA, we didn't know it was ReZero, we just saw the JP login screen thinking, oh, there's a new collab coming, and then boom, we saw this. I wouldn't be freaking out. I mean, I kind of was freaking out when we got leaks about it, but that's obviously ECHIDNA. It's funny, my brother said that's actually Bleach, because obviously I think Bleach is rolled around the butterflies, at least in the summon. So, a little funny there. Did anyone say? Yeah, I mean, there it is there. So, obviously we know it's ECHIDNA, but, I mean, I don't mind leaks because they're obviously helpful towards obviously summoning, but man, how exciting would it have been if we didn't get leaks? So, hey, if you didn't know ECHIDNA was coming and now you saw this, you're probably buzzing about it, but fun enough, they did her first, or at least this part first, so it probably, like I did say, it does mean she's the main character on the banner, so she should be the better one comparable to her, to Reinhardt. But like I said in my actual breakdown of the actual teasers that got leaked a while ago, or a few days ago now, they're both humans and also, I guess they're human and also unknown. So, because so far with every collaboration, we've always had two of the same race characters, meaning one's going to be better than the other. Where this time around, I do think both of them can be equally as good, rather than Reinhardt just being the worst version of ECHIDNA. Kind of like how Shuna was to obviously Rimuru. But yeah, boys, this is kind of all that's been tweeted out. So tomorrow, we should get these towards obviously Reinhardt. And then I think... Okay, so the timeline's weird, actually. If you know the Grand Cross timeline, we know we get a banner on Thursday, so that would be on the 1st, but the banner's coming out on the actual 31st, which is one day earlier. So I actually thought that if it's possible, we would have got a sync up with obviously JP and Global. Not an actual official sync up, but we both get the banner on the same day. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now, because if I just logged into JP, or sorry, Global, and yeah, there's no countdown. If we were obviously get on the same day, then we would have got the countdown today. So a little unfortunate, but still, it's only 5 days, and at least we can figure out if they're worth summoning or not. So I'm guessing for D2, we are going to be getting obviously Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's probably going to be a sword. I think for day 1, it doesn't really matter what they're going to show, because the stream is happening on day 1. Because that would be in the 30th. Same with Esterosa. They showed Esterosa on the 30th, but we kind of saw him in the actual live stream. So I think we'll kind of know everything by then. And yeah, boys. So that is basically, if you don't know, the release date of ReZero on JP is coming out on the 31st. And obviously, we're going to be getting the live stream on the 30th. And if a JP, or I guess a Global, I'm not too sure. Because it came one day earlier. So it's possible we get on a Monday, I think. Because if JP got it one day earlier, then why shouldn't Global? I think that's how it's going to work. And then on Tuesday, they're going to be getting the new step up for Global, which will be the new Fauna. But on that day, we're literally going to see the new ECHIDNA and also Reinhardt live stream. So highly recommend just waiting a few hours to see what the new characters do, because I do think they could be worth summoning. I made a video yesterday going over should free-to-plays be summoning on collab ban, at least for part 2s, and they actually are worth it. So I think if you kind of wrote off collaborations, just wait and see what they do. And since, well, we are getting the ReZero banner 1 week after, or a few days after, obviously, the new step up, that means both of them will be activated at the same time. So personally, myself, I will be summoning for 4, not at least I plan to. So I'll probably go for my ReZero first, try and get ECHIDNA 6/6, try and get Reinhardt 6/6, and then once I'm done with that banner, then go into Fauna, because Fauna is 2 weeks, I believe, so you have time to summon both of them. And hey, if you somehow miss Fauna because you can't summon for her, you don't have enough diamonds, then you can just skip her, because she is not a limited unit. You might be a while before you can get her, but hey, at least at that point, but by the time that happens, maybe we got new nerfs, or we got more buffs for obviously the actual Skull and Hutty raid boss, so it might be easier. By the time you get her, it might be more enjoyable to go through. Plus, also right now, not that many Demon relics, and also not that many Giant relics, so there's no real rush to get into going in and defeating Skull and Hutty. So at the moment, I can only fleet floor 1, but maybe when we go into it, I might be able to fleet floor 2. So, boys, final predictions, what I expect these lot to do, because suddenly now he's shown ECHIDNA, obviously on screen now. I went through the breakdown. I recommend watching that video. I spent a lot of hours in that one, because suddenly showed the butterflies. It's obvious that her whole kit's gonna be all the butterflies. I hope she is a red character. I hope she is an actual DPS character, because I think for the unknown teams right now, not that many red characters. I mean, I'm assuming right now with the relic we get for Amelia, the go-to team for unknowns, assuming she is unknown, small chance she's gonna be human, but I think if it's not clear fact she's human, then she's probably gonna be unknown here. And if you look right now, I mean, other than Tarek, who's not really human, we only have Benimaru and then Rem, which obviously she's gonna get relic, but I don't think she's gonna be fitting in the full unknown team. I think she might obviously fit in any single DPS team. I think it'll be Rom in the sub slot slot. Then we'll be getting, obviously, Amelia and also Rimuru. So we kind of need a red character. So I'm really hoping she is red. And then Reinhardt, I mean, right now, for humans, if you're not a red character, you're probably not going to be on the best team, because obviously you need, at least for the best human team is obviously, what's his name? Barn, and also, I guess, Barn and Arthur. So you kind of want to be red, but then, I mean, I guess he could still be usable. You're not going to get the HP buff from, obviously, Twigo, but depending on how good he is, he could have a counter, or at least a taunt card, because in the series, when he does fight, he does actually start deflecting. Doesn't really counter, kind of deflects, so almost like a taunt character, but then at that point, he would have to be red. So we're getting double red characters, not too sure. But also a possibility, they both could be dark and light. I mean, literally, Echidna is the definition of dark type in this game. So I could definitely see it being a dark type character. And Reinhardt kind of is like a light type character. So I think it's possible it could be those characters. I know that might sound outrageous because we already got one dark and one light. But I do think right now, or at least in the future, part 2 collaborations kind of deserve a light and dark. Because we always get like one blue, we get one green, we get one red in every single collaboration. So it makes sense in the future, maybe a bit too early now, to get an actual rerun where we get a light and dark, since it is only 2 of them. So that is also another possibility, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, boys, like I said, a quick video here. I probably spent a bit too long rambling, but I'm excited, man. You lot know I love collaborations, so I'm very, very looking forward to this one. Like I said, I didn't think we were going to be getting Echidna, but we actually are. So I'm looking forward to her, because literally she's done nothing in this series. So seeing her now in game, it's going to be unreal. And obviously the biggest thing, when we get new cosmetics, I know you have to pay for them, but seeing Echidna in an actual new outfit is going to be a bit weird. We only saw her in that outfit and also the schoolgirl outfit, which possibly could be an outfit we're going to get in game, because they typically like to reference the show, but I'm not too sure. But okay, so I kind of thought about it, but it actually makes a lot of sense now, and it might be the go-to now for collaborations, which could be a good thing if you are free to play or someone doesn't have a lot of damage right now, because I know a lot of people are summon for, obviously, you know, the demons right now. But the collaborations dropping on an off week, basically, because Fornar came out on the new banner week, you know, 2 weeks after Zeldris, and then these banners got extended by 1 week. So it's I think it's possible the collaboration is going to be 3 weeks again. Normally, like the actual last collaborations, they've been 2 weeks, but we saw with the Slime collaboration that it was 3 weeks long. And considering that the ReZero Part 2 is dropping on an off week, where on normal off week, it being 3 weeks long will tie up with it being obviously on going back to a normal 2 week schedule. So I think it is possible it should be a 3 week event, but yeah, I'm not too sure. So yeah, boys. Like I say, probably rambled a bit too long here, but hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you are excited. Like I say, I'll be summoning. I'll be going crazy when it does come to global. So, unfortunately, I have to wait a few more days, but we're used to it by now. But yeah, that's kind of how it is. So, boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.